For the yarn balls, you'll need some yarn, obviously, balloons, Vaseline, glue, water, scissors, something to stir with, starch powder, and a box or a bowl for mixing. The first thing we're doing is blowing up our balloons. I don't know if it's just me, but this was so freaking hard. I recommend you to stretch the balloons in all directions before you blow it up. It will be so much easier. If you want 5 yarn balls, then you're going to blow up 5 balloons. You can have different sizes or all in one size. It's all up to you. But then tie the balloon and we're going to jump into the next step. Now you want to set up the workspace, and for that you'll just need some yarn, and you want to tie it between 2 chairs, or that's what I did. You can find something else if you want to. The next thing we're doing is making the glue mix. First, put the glue into the box, then add the same amount of water and stir it. And when it's completely mixed together, add a little bit of the starch powder and stir again until it's ready. Now go ahead and hang up your balloons to the yarn. Make sure the space between the balloons is far enough so they're not touching. Now take the Vaseline and coat the balloons. This will prevent the yarn from sticking to the balloon when you remove the balloon, so this step is really important. Finally, we're going to wrap our balloons. First, you want to wrap the top of the balloon so we can hang it up after everything is done. But then you're just going to go in all directions, up, down, left and right, just go crazy. The best method for me to do this was to put the yarn in my hands and dip my other hand in the glue and then just rub it together until the yarn is completely covered in glue. If there's too much glue on the yarn, you can just squeeze it off with your fingers. But when you've covered enough of the balloon, you're going to wrap the top of the balloon again and then cut the yarn. This should look something like this when you're done, and now it's time to wait for 24 hours. After you've popped all your balloons, it's time to take the balloons out of the yarn balls. It can be really easy, but it can also be really hard, so just try to take everything out. Last, tie some yarn to the balloons. You can use the same color or different colors, just what you prefer. But then it's time to hang it up, and that is the final look. I was always thinking about doing this, but I never did because I thought it wouldn't work. But then I decided to try it and it worked perfectly, so I'm really happy about that. But you can also make this with water balloons for Christmas lights. I think that would be amazing. But let's jump into the next DIY. For the jewelry organizer, you'll need a canvas, paint of your choice. I decided to go with purple, green and neon pink. You will also need a paintbrush, flour, gold spray, tape, hot glue gun, scissors, and last but not least, you'll need a flower holder. I'm starting off by putting some paper where the flower goes, then take the gold spray and go crazy. Spray the whole flower holder gold, and I recommend doing this outside. I think it's not healthy for you to do this inside. When you're done, we have to wait for it to dry completely, but while we're waiting, we can start to paint the canvas. So take the tape and place it wherever you want to have it. Then it's time to paint. I love this part. And because spring is here, I think, and summer is almost here, I decided to use some bright colors. But it's all up to you what you prefer. And now wait for this to dry, and when it's completely dry, start to peel off the tape and be careful. This is so beautiful. But anyways, next grab the flower holder and hot glue it to the canvas, and when you're done with that, you're all finished. Now it's time to find some of your favorite jewelry and put it onto the canvas. I really like this decoration because it gives a pop of color to my room, so I like it.
And never, never, never stop for me.
For the paper ball garland, you will need some paper, yarn, scissors, hot glue gun, and you'll also need a bobby pin. For each ball, you'll need 4 strips of paper, all equal length and width. So to make that, I used 2 sheets of paper, 1 to draw the strips and 1 to measure the width. So go ahead and do that. When you have 4 strips, cut it out. And you can also make all the strips at the same time. I think that's a faster way to do this. But when you have cut out the strips, take the tape and tape 2 strips together. Just lay them on top of the tape. Do not have a gap between the strips. But then we're going to cut it, and after that this should look something like this. And to make the ball, you gotta have 2 of these. Okay, so to make the balls, you need to know how to do the 4-strand braid. It's really easy. So with this strip, go under and then over, and with the other one, go over and then under. Then you're just going to repeat that. Go under and then go over and under. The left side is always going to go under, and the right side is always going to go over and then under. It actually curls in within itself. It's forming a ball. That's exactly what we want. And you have to keep going because it's really loose in the beginning, so keep going until the ball is thick enough. So once you have that, you're going to tuck it in because you don't want it to come loose. So tuck it in and you can follow it through to see where to go. Next, cut just a little bit just to know where to cut. Then go ahead and cut it off. Now tuck it in, but not all the way, because we're going to grab the hot glue gun and put a little dot of glue before we tuck it in. So now when you tuck it in, it should be safe. That's pretty much how you do the paper balls. And now you can go crazy, make it in different colors and sizes. And when I say different sizes, I mean make the strips in different width. It makes a huge difference. When you're done making all the balls, grab the bobby pin and a yarn and tie the yarn to the bobby pin. And next you're kinda going to thread the balls with the bobby pin, and after that you're finished. This is definitely my favorite DIY. I love the colors and it's easy to do, and also it's really cozy to make this while you're watching some episodes, so that's a big plus. But that was the last DIY in this video. I hope you guys liked all of them, or at least some of them. But if you recreate any of these, please send me a picture on Instagram. I would love to see it. But make sure to leave a comment down below which DIY was your favorite. And yeah, I think that's everything. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Remember to smile, stay beautiful, and I will see you soon. Bye!